is a somber day for 6 teams in the league, including your defending champ. There will be no back-to-back champion this year. Unfortunately, there will be a new champ in the league coming up. Sad indeed. Today, a very quick recap of the year, brief look ahead, and getting ready for Thursday's playoff bonanza, where we will break down all the games that matter, and we'll quickly talk about the consolation bracket. But let's start with our end of year money breakdown for the league. This year, somehow, Sean already making like over $100. Someone beat him. He cannot also be the champion. He cannot be the champion and win like $500. Don't let it happen, people. As we just quickly look, Sean had the most points in the league this year by a wide margin. As we look at our highs for the week, a little bit spread out, which is nice. Sean won it 5 times. Brian won it once. Trevor won it once. I won it once. Tom won it twice. Martin won it once. And Kevin won it twice. I think that's all of them. Johnny won it once. So again, a bunch of people got some money there. Our positional high groups, Rob won the wide receivers, Sean won the running backs, Martin won the tight end flex, and Kevin squeaked out the QB kicker by 1 point. You're welcome, Josh Allen. Send him a fruit basket. Seriously. And then obviously the top 6 teams made the playoffs. Each win $7. So a nice little pocket change for them there. Now to get to a little bit of, not housekeeping, but let's set some records straight. Slander has been thrown at me about Caleb Williams, top 10 quarterback or not. Is he? Maybe. And let's take a look. Was he really a top 10 quarterback this year in fantasy? Well, if you just look at the Yahoo rankings of fantasy points scored by quarterback, you might think, hey, he's number 9. That does make him a top 10 quarterback. Wow. But if you dig deeper and you kind of take a look at the numbers, not so fast, my friend. At the top of the rankings, we have Josh Allen, Matthew Stafford, Mahomes, Dak, Drake May, Jalen Hurts. A great group of quarterbacks, yes. Justin Herbert, Jared Goff, Caleb, Bo Nix, Daniel Jones, and that is the top 11. Daniel Jones is 11th quarterback. However, you might be thinking, wow, that was a big list of names, but there's some like other guys that weren't kind of listed. You'd think that might be higher. It's true. If we actually dig deep and look at some numbers, if you were the owner of certain quarterbacks, you might have made some moves to assure you were getting the most points you could at the quarterback position. For example, if you had Joe Burrow, he got hurt. But then you might have been smart enough to pick up Joe Flacco or Jake Browning and get those points. So if you played the Cincinnati Bengals quarterback this year, that was QB7. Oop, Caleb slides a spot. If you were savvy enough to see, well, yeah, they don't have a lot of skilled players right now, but this guy's got some moxie. He scores fancy points, won Jackson Dart. And if you maybe paired him with Jameis Winston and you were like, you know what, I'm going to ride this Giants QB wave. They're going to be behind a lot, throwing a lot. Giants QB was QB6 on the year. Caleb slides a spot. You had Kyler Murray. Good start to the year. He's doing okay. Slinging the ball. Trey McBride. Oh, he gets hurt. And then you were sly enough to pick up Jacoby Brissett. And if you played the Cardinals quarterback this year, guess what? QB8. And Caleb slides again. So in reality, if you take a look, the QB rankings would have been Josh, Stafford, Mahomes, Dak, May. Great top 5. The Giants QB, then the Bengals QB, then the Cardinals QB. Jalen Hurts and Justin Herbert is your top 10. Well, where is Caleb then? Jared Goff 11. Oh, well, Caleb was right behind Goff, so that means he must be 12. No, he's not! Because if you played the Colts quarterback this year and you knew, oh, Daniel Jones can't keep this up, and you actually played both QBs and you played Riley Leonard, they were QB 12. So Caleb actually was QB 13 this year on fantasy points if you were a savvy owner and you played the right matchups and you played the right quarterback. So fuck you, Martin. Lastly, if we take a look back into the playoff bracket, remember, consolation bracket is playing for stuff. If you win the consolation bracket, you get to choose your draft spot. Maybe you pick slot 1. Maybe you think, I kind of like slot 2 this year, or 3, or 6. You can pick any of the top 6. Winning that is an advantage. So again, set them lineups. Don't give up. This is what the consolation bracket looks like right now. Martin and Ryan Hayner are on a bye. That is their reward for almost making the playoffs. So they do not play this week. They're automatically in the next week. We have the 9th seed, Brian, taking on the 12th seed, Rob. Lots to play for. And the 10th seed, Amanda, taking on your defending champ, the 11th seed, who's making a push for the number 1 pick, and Jahmyr Gibbs next year. That is the plan. The winners of those 2 games will face Ryan Hayner and Martin. But the losers will play because we need to know who comes in 12th and 11th because they get to pick second to last and last for the draft spot. So that next week, the losers will play another game that matters, kind of. In the top bracket, Sean and Johnny have the buys. Trevor on a slide right now. He does get CMC back, and we'll talk about that on Thursday. So Trevor taking on Ryan Marks in our 3-6 matchup. Tom taking on Kevin in our 4-5 matchup, and it's very juicy. And again, Thursday we'll get into it more. Tom has Jamar Chase. Kevin used to have Jamar Chase. Let him get 30 points. It will be amazing. So, this is just a little appetizer for Thursday. Kind of a breakdown, recap. Everyone gets locked in. Waivers tonight are important. Everyone's not out of this. So, spend them dollars wisely if you have any. Good luck. See you Thursday.